I'm told we will not be talking to both players, that John McEnroe declines. He's a bit of a hothead, and that surprises me. He's upset naturally, but it's not a professional attitude. What do you think, as former president of the Association of Tennis Professionals? Are they not supposed to attend interviews?
Well, I think you have, you know, some sort of an obligation. If he's feeling very upset, then I feel perhaps that he may say something he doesn't mean to, but he's won 14 straight matches, and I'm sure after every one of those matches he's only been too happy to go and talk to the press.
But that's what I'm asking you, John. Is that a professional attitude to avoid the interview?
Well, I can only answer for myself, and I've always felt that I had an obligation, win or lose, to go to the press, because I had, you know, many times after you've won, you're very happy to go and talk to the press and for everyone to praise you, and it's much harder to go before the press after you've had a loss.
Well, that's it, and that was the professional outlook.
Yeah, except there have been maybe 2 or 3 times when I've been very upset on losing matches.
Maybe you were sorry for what you said.
No, I've said I'll be there in half an hour.
Fair
I've
enough.
just given myself half an hour to calm down.
Well, anyway, we're not going to take away anything from Johnny McEnroe, even though we disapprove of the way he spurns the interview, because he's a tremendous young player, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of him. His winning streak ends, and Billy Scanlon, whom we've never...
Here's John now.
Oh, John McEnroe, come up here and hit me on the head, will you? Johnny, I was just criticizing you, and I'm glad to see you. Thank you for coming, John McEnroe. I just said that I thought you should arrive because I thought that was a professional thing to do. We were told you weren't coming, and I was disappointed. Thank you for coming. I take it all back. Pardon me?
I'm a professional.
He has answered just what we were talking about. He said, since I'm a professional, I thought I'd better be here, and here he is. Congratulations, John, on a long winning streak, 14 straight, 2 straight tournaments. You were beaten today, but it was an exciting match.
It looked like, John, in the early in the first set at 2-all, you played 2 loose games. It looked like you just lost concentration there for a while. Is that a little mental fatigue from, you know, the long last couple of weeks?
Well, I thought I'd been playing well. You know, the other Hartford, I played well the whole tournament. In San Francisco, I went there first round, I almost lost, and then, you know, I started playing well the rest of that tournament. Then you come here, and, you know, I try as hard as I can every match, but I was lucky to squeak by 2 matches. I mean, you know, I have having a lot of trouble starting lately. The last 3 matches, I've been, you know, I haven't
get that edge.
You know, yeah. You know, I like to practice like 45 minutes before the match, but I found myself stopping after 25, and I'm just like too tired to do that. And then when I got on the court, I'm just really lax, you know, for the first set. You know, I mean, Bill is playing well here, and you can't really get away with that, you know, 2 or 3 times in a row, and he just, you know, he beat me.
You went down to Chile recently, and for the Davis Cup. Was that your first Davis Cup?
First one. I hope not the last.
Did you enjoy it?
Different kind of feeling, you know. I liked it, and I'm glad. Well, it might have been better I played doubles, because Brian, you know, is a good doubles player, and he took a little of the pressure off me, so it's maybe better to start with doubles.
Brian Gottfried. Now, the United States is ahead 2-1. They won the doubles today. Smith and Lutz over Bengtson and Borg, barely.
Score.
In the 5th set.
6-3 in the 5th set, though, down 2-1.
So you helped do your part if the United States does win the Davis Cup, John. And, John, you mentioned that you couldn't push yourself so hard. We like this tournament. We like to be on Maui. But is it maybe a tough place to play because of that? Is it a tough atmosphere to make yourself hardened and to be professional?
I think it's one of the better places to lose. You know, I mean, if you're losing, go out on the beach or, you know, and take it easy. And that's what I think the next couple of days I'm just going to relax a little, because this is my 10th week in a row of tournaments, you know, including the week of Davis Cup. You know, I thought I'd have a week off there, and it's too hard to play week after week, and if you're in the, you know, each week to the end.
And because you're going to the final 3 straight weeks, or the semifinal, and you haven't been less than a quarterfinalist anywhere but Wimbledon, you're playing a lot more than most people.
Well, you know, I'd rather be doing that than lose first round. Yeah. You know, I mean, it shows that, you know, it's helping me to play a lot of matches, because I think I need to get stronger. I haven't been on the tour too long, so the more matches I can play is better for me.
John, we both looked at your serve, and we both wondered why, and we also wondered if it's necessary for you to bend so deeply in your motion, whether that doesn't take a lot of energy out of you over a long period of time.
You know, the one we're talking about where you lean forward and down. Have you had any trouble at all with your
my
left
back?
hip?
Yeah, well, no, my back. I try to. When I do that, I'm really just loosening my back.
You're stretching.
Stretching it, but
you're only stretching one side and not the other.
Yeah, right. That's right. So I don't know. I mean, it's just like if you're hitting the serve well, you know. And I started hitting the serve well, and I was doing that, so I just stuck with it. That's all. I mean, I'll probably change my serve next week, but it's just I lost a little of my rhythm in Hawaii because it's outdoors, it's windy and stuff, and I've been serving well, but you know, I guess you can't keep it up forever.
What's your next stop?
I'm going home for a week, and then
going home.
Europe. Go to Europe for about 6 or 7 weeks, and then take it easy for a while. You've
made a good drive in the Grand Prix. Do you envision possibly making the last 8 to the Masters in New York, your hometown?
Well, I envision it. I don't know if it's going to happen. I mean, that's something anyone likes to do. I mean,
where are you now in the Grand Prix?
Like 11th to 12th, I think. You know, I'm only about 85, 90 points away from 8th.
I think you can do it. I hope you do it, Johnny, and good luck to you. We're going to bring in Billy now because he was kind of the star of that match. That's right. Thank you, John McEnroe, for joining us.